Hello guys, welcome back to another video of x86 assembly. In this video we are going to discuss about arrays. So what is meant for arrays? Arrays is a collection of homogeneous elements and can be accessed with indices values or key values or anything. So generally the elements in the array are mapped with index value or with key value, whatever you may assume. So how to declare a array? So here is an example how to declare an array. Here numbers is a array name and dw dw means define what. It is a directive. I discussed it in my previous videos. You can check them. What is meant for directive? Here define what. What means it will occupy 2 bytes of space, and here 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 are the elements in the arrays of the name numbers. See here the addresses will be of the following. So let us consider this number 10 address as X. So after the element 11, the memory location will be X plus 2, and after 11, from 11 to 12, the memory address will be again X plus 2. From 10 it will be X plus 4, and from 12 to 13 the memory address will be X plus 2, and from 11 it will be X plus 4, and from 10 it will be X plus 8. Like that the memory addressing will be takes place in arrays. I hope you understood about that. The memory address the memory allocation will be given as consecutively, like our C program mechanism. You can in C programming also, if you define any array, the memory will get allocated which is having the consecutive spaces of desired input of. See here, this is another way of declaring array, and you can see this dw0 dw0 means here we declared 3 elements and all elements are pointed to the value 0. See here also we can declare the array of marks in this way. So both are same. Let us look about a program and opening our Visual Studio Code editor. See here, this is a program that will return the sum of the array. In data section we declared global X. Here we declared global X because we used procedures in this program to calculate the sum of the elements in the array. And here X is nothing but another array. X is an array, and that elements array consists of the elements 2, 4, 3. Here the memory allocation will be let us assume the memory address of 2 is X, and for 4 it will be X plus 2, and for 3 it will be X plus 4. Like that the memory will be allocated in arrays. And here we we defined the sum variable as 0. It will be also a array of size is 1. Okay, here it is used to store the sum value. And coming to our text section, our data, our code will be here, and we are moving we are moving 3 to EAX register because the number of bytes that are to be summed are 3. So here we allocated we passed the number of bytes as 3, as there are 3 numbers to calculate the sum. So we moved number 3 to EAX register, and our EBX register will calculate the sum, and the sum will get stored into EBX register. So all members know you must initialize to 0 before calculating the sum, otherwise it will store the garbage value and our result will get messed with that garbage value. Make sure that you need to assign 0 before calculating the sum. And here our ECX register will point to the element, element of the element, element in the array. See here, top is a procedure or function, whatever you may call it, and here we are adding EBX, means we are adding ECX. Here ECX will get will hold the element in the array and it will get added to EBX. So here 0 plus 2, for first time it will store plus 2, 0 plus 2 0, and adding ECX, adding 1 to ECX means we are incrementing the pointer, we are incrementing the count register, and here we are decrementing the EAX register. Here EAX will get as at this step here EAX will be decremented by 1 and the EAX value will be 2, and here it is an conditional jump instruction. I already discussed about jump instructions in my previous videos, you can check them. Here J and Z means jump to top if jump to top if the result is not equal to 0, that is the meaning. See here, if EAX register is not equal to 0, then it will again execute the top function and it will iterate till the EAX register get stored with 0. So likewise for 3 elements, for 3 elements it will loop the top procedure, and at last EBX register will get stored our sum. So like this our EBX register will get store the sum, and while we are displaying we need to free those register, EBX register, ECX register, EDX register. So that's why we are adding 0 to EBX register, because to convert the ASCII format to binary format, and here EBX register will be sum will be stored to some variable. See, this is the step that we are storing the sum value into a temporary variable, in the sum variable, and while displaying the previous procedure will be followed, like moving the number of bytes to EDX register and memory address to ECX register, and the file descriptor argument to EBX register. This is std out file descriptor, and passing and invoking the system call. For 4 it will be syswrite, it will invoke the syswrite system call and interrupting the kernel with relevant system call with the 0x80, and at last we are exiting the program successfully by passing 1 to EX register, that is exit system call we are invoking. So like that the arrays will be implemented. So this is an example. Here X is an array, and here sum will be an array, sum also will be an array of size 1. So this is how we deal with arrays in x86 assembly. I hope you understood this video and all concepts. If you like the content in the video, please like and subscribe and tap on the bell icon and never miss an update from our channel.